Welcome to Slow Home Studio. Too many people live in badly designed houses, and we want to change that.
As you know, we've been carrying on with our Ask an Architect series for the last few days. We're going to extend that through this week. So if you've got a question that you would like to have answered about your own home, or maybe just a general topic about architectural design, please send it along. It can be a photograph, a floor plan, or just a question like we're going to be talking about today.
So today we've got a question from Jessica from San Mateo, California, and she writes, "Hi, John and Matthew. I have a question about placing the TV next to a fireplace in a living room. Should it go above or beside? I'm not sure what to do." Very interesting question.
Good question.
It is with the big flat screen TVs and the fact that they create such a strong focal point in a house, it is really important to consider the location of the television. And oftentimes, if it's not designed properly, the TV and the fireplace can actually compete against each other for your focal point. So there's a lot of things to consider. So we've brought some examples from some of our projects about how we've dealt with this.
That's right, because a lot of people will just not even put them together, and they'll put the fireplace in one space, one room, and then at one side of the room, and put the television in another, and then you don't know which way to face the furniture.
Yeah.
If you've got the two of them, you really should try to bring them together. And the question of whether it's above or below really depends on the context and really how far away you are from the TV.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest mistakes that people do make is placing the TVs too high when the furniture is too close.
You end up like this, like being in a drive-in.
You do have to remember your angle of viewing, and there has been a general trend of placing the TVs above the fireplace, but I think you have to be really careful because you have to be able to look at it comfortably without straining your neck.
So let's have a look at a couple of our examples. Here's one where it is above the television, or it is above the fireplace, but you notice that there's actually there's a great distance here between where you sit and watch TV and the television. So the angle of view isn't that great. We've actually I'm sure people are wondering what this is. This is a narrow lot house, and we actually have a small window back there to let some light in on the side, and so that meant that we had to put the TV up top, and we've got the consoles over on the side.
Yeah, and it's all composed as a composition.
Here's another example where it is above the television. What you can't see is the other seating that's over here. Again, it's set back. It's too close for this piece of furniture, but really that's not a piece of furniture that it's about sitting and watching.
Yeah, and this
TV.
is interesting because this is actually meant to be viewed from the kitchen, which is just slightly behind this table. So that's why that that TV is up, because they wanted to be able to see it from the kitchen. Here's an example where it's actually in line with the fireplace, and you'll notice that we've lifted the fireplace up, so it's not right on the ground, and we have placed the TV in line with the fireplace and composed it overall. There is a clear story window here, and the furniture has been set again so that you can see both the TV and the fireplace properly.
I think the key in this is to think about it as a composition of elements. So you're not just sticking the television on the wall beside it, you're actually integrating it visually into an overall composition. In which case here we've got the volume, we've got the tile wall there, we have the fireplace, we've got the framed box, and then the television inside that, and then obviously inside that is where we have the consoles.
Exactly. Now this was a new house, and the next example we've got is of a renovation. And so in this case what we did is we created basically like a millwork unit that housed the fireplace, and then beside that were retractable doors for the TV. You'll notice here that it's very low because we had a low ceiling height. We still wanted to get the window for the light, and the furniture is quite close.
It is very close. This was just a little post-board bungalow, not too unlike the project that we did with Brian from Texas last week.
Yeah, and this is our final example, and this is interesting because in this case, the millwork unit was designed to house the fireplace, but the TV freestands. So the TV is actually considered as part of the composition, but it's a freestanding piece that sits on top. And again, this is a big space, and the sofa is further back, so you're actually able to look at it and look at the fireplace further from the back.
So if anybody else has any suggestions or other opinions about this that they want to wade in with, even some photographs that they'd like to post on the site, please feel free to do that. And if you've got any other design questions, send them along and we'll try to get to as many of them as we can.
See you tomorrow.